right, John. I know it didn't exactly go to plan for the Sooners this year against Ole Miss, but what did you think of your Sooners' run this year in the College World Series? And just a really impressive season overall.
Right. I think I see them as a championship team. Like I know the last 2 games of the year didn't go well, but like you think about it, like 99% of the year was great, and they beat a lot of good teams from beginning to end. So I don't think they need to be hard on themselves. Like, anything can happen in baseball, for one. But just the road it took for them to get there, and after how long it's happened, it's been a long time, over a decade. It's really big, and I don't think it can be really easy to get kind of discouraged after something like that. But if you just look at it from beginning to end, where you were, where you started, where you began, like where you end, they got a lot to be proud of.
Right on. And I recently interviewed Aaron Nola, and he mentioned going to battle with you, LSU Tigers versus Oklahoma Sooners. So I do have to get your favorite memory as a Sooner as well. What comes to mind when you think about just some of the best memories you had at Oklahoma?
There are a lot of them, man. The most electric moment for me was playing Oklahoma State for the Big 12 championship in Oklahoma City, and our third baseman hadn't hit a homer all year, and they were throwing Andrew Heaney against us, and he was like straight carving, all like whatever. But our third baseman hit a walk-off homer to win that game, and he hadn't hit a homer all year, but it hit one off like the best pitcher in all of college. So I think that was really cool. That was in 2012, but it was that was the coolest moment that I remember being there for. It was a walk-off against Oklahoma State. Yeah.
All right, and you've had a fellow Sooner as well come up here and Steele Walker. What was that like? And were you able to show him the show a little bit? How did that experience go?
It was pretty well. Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude. Yeah, we didn't cross paths at all, but still we have so much in common we can talk about. We all know the same things, went to the same places, and it's really cool. Especially I feel like there's so many guys from Oklahoma right now in the big league, so it's really cool to see. Like I got a couple on my team, like Garrett Richards, and almost every team I'm facing, I feel like there's somebody else. So it's really cool. I mean, especially since they're not all from the same time. It seems like people are split up from like a whole decade, but everybody ends up in the same place. It's really cool.
And there's one more Oklahoma player I wanted to get your perspective on, and I know he switched sports, but he was drafted by the team across from us right now. Kyler Murray. Do you think? Have you been able to see film on him, or just being around OU? And how good of a baseball player was he?
That's a good question. I saw like his swing during BP, his throwing form. Everything looks good. Looks really good. You can tell a guy like that has like every tool. So I bet it was pretty electric to watch. I don't know if he played more of like a power type of guy or like a speed guy, but I'm sure he had both, had the option. So when you got that, baseball could be a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite Sooners football player of all time?
Probably Teddy Lehman. Oklahoma guy, I believe, and good linebacker, man. And he was part of the 2000 championship team.
All right, and I know you played some. I know you hit in high school. With seeing Shohei possibly change the perspective of hitting and pitching, do you think Major League teams might look differently about it? And I guess, what do you think will be the Shohei impact or the effect, possibly?
Personally, I think he's a one of a kind, honestly. I don't think there's going to be many guys that can do it, that can be that good on both sides. I think there's guys that can obviously hit really well that are pitchers. Greinke, Bumgarner, those guys. But I don't think there's anybody that's going to be doing it to the level that Shohei's doing it. Like, I think he's just he's a one of a kind. He's a 1 in a million, and it'll be a while before we see something else like that, I think.
Right on. And I'm going to get you out of here on a fun one. I need your personal pick for the greatest baseball movie of all time, and why?
I'm going to have to go with The Scout with Brendan Fraser. It's about a baseball player named Steve Nebraska. And he's the best baseball player who ever lived. But he's so good because he blocks out everything. He can only see the catcher's mitt. Nothing else exists to him in the moment. So I think I can go a long way for a player, like in a sense. So that's always that one stuck with me the most. Yeah.
Okay, really appreciate your time. Thank you.